December of 2015, so he would have been 4. Christmas week, he was home and he woke up in the middle of the night just hysterical. An hour later, same thing, it was almost episodic. So the next morning we called the pediatrician. They said, sounds like constipation, try Miralax, do this, do that, let us know if it's okay. Next morning, call the pediatrician, okay, we'll get an x-ray. So we did all the tests and the doctor had come back in and he said, okay, so there's no appendicitis and it's not constipation. So I'm packing up the stuff and Mrs. Williams, we still need to talk. So I kind of said, Logan, wait, and I turned and he said, there's an unidentified mass and he has pancreatitis. So I remember calling my mom and saying, it's not good. And they live 6 hours away and she had said, we're in the car. So they diagnosed the mass as a coleodocal cyst, which we learned is rare but not uncommon. The surgery was in April, and at the end of it, they said that this is it. You guys did it. You got through it. The reason he had the pancreatitis was the coleodocal cyst, and we fixed it. In October, we woke up in the middle of the night to the same crying, and your stomach just dropped because you knew that sound.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
It's horrible for him. I mean, this pain, they explain it worse than labor. And you sit there in the hospital and you go through everything and you're not fixing it, you're not treating it, you're not making it better.
You're managing it.
And you know that it's gonna get worse, and that part is very hard to be okay with.
It's kind of like how much time has gone out of our hourglass for Logan until he's staring that down, and that's a life-changing event.
It's the entire problem with his disease is it's progressive and the pancreas basically eats itself. So as you advance in stages of chronic, you can't come back. There's no return. We've learned there's different mutations that you can have, and Logan has a specific mutation called SPINK1. If you have something that's affecting a large amount of people, how do we make it better for them? And issues with the pancreas are kind of pocket issues. They, until recently, hadn't been linked.
And it seems like what's holding him back is just the ability to go and the kind of partnerships and the broad-based data to really reach a conclusion.
Seth has LinkedIn. He had gotten an update that somebody he used to work with had started a new nonprofit, and they were going to go after impact investing and cure diseases. So it sounded, kind of really great. And as he was reading it, he realized that they had identified chronic pancreatitis. So now he knew someone. He knew someone who was going to do something because we wanted to do something. So he had reached out to her, and that's how he became known Mission Cure.
It's not mission, we think we can do something, it's mission cure. And that's probably been one of the most hopeful things that we had is, okay, there's a path here. We don't have the answers yet, but we can see down the path how we get there.
People ask how your son is and how you're doing, and you try not to be doom and gloom, and you try to say, well, it's a progressive disease, but don't worry, it's not progressing too fast. But understanding and saying, but there is Mission Cure, and there's this company metadata, and we tell everybody about that, how Logan got to go to New York City, and people care, and they're fighting for this, they're going after it. And a cure is great, but so is treatment, and so is helping us buy time until we get to a cure. And people are chasing those opportunities now, really smart people who know things that we could never know. If we could do something to help Logan, then we could help Mason, and if not, we could help their kids. And
paying that forward so that somebody else doesn't have to go through what Logan's going through already, I think it's a significant motivating factor for me.
So people ask us about our journey, and that's kind of how it started, but we're, I guess, terrified of where it'll end.
He's okay until he's not.
Yeah, he's really healthy,
and
he's not.
Unfortunately, the time periods between those episodes of he's okay until he's not, eventually, not right now, we're really fortunate, become shorter. We want to alter that course.